Welcome back to Game Mode Retro. This is Eric, and I also have with me tonight Bill from Retro Comparisons, and Travis, who has never been on the channel and does not have his own channel as of now, but Bill and I are trying to convince him to do so. So welcome, Bill and Travis.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me. Welcome to be here and hopefully kick some butt.
It's so funny because like every single time that we mention Travis's name, which we do I think a lot because we've all had the experience playing games together, and Travis gets like this big ego, like, oh, I'm on the channel. Like you talk about, like now he's actually on the channel and guest starring on an episode. So super excited to have you here, Travis.
I think it's more that Eric says I have this ego every single time. He brings me up and then says how I have an ego, and I'm sitting there like, oh look, I got mentioned, but man,
I haven't seen your head get any bigger. So I don't know.
It's already big enough.
Yeah, right. I probably have the biggest head here. I'm looking at the video. I probably have the biggest head here, so I take the cake on that one. But yeah, so what we're going to do tonight is this is Play Retro. So we're going to start out, and Travis is actually going to play. So No Mercy is one of our all-time favorite games. Yes, we've talked about it multiple times here on the channel, but it's one of those things where I gave Travis the free reign to choose a game he wanted to talk about, and this will definitely open up. We're huge wrestling fans, so we'll definitely open up and talk about this a little bit here. Yeah, we'll get into it, and I think we're going to start out. Travis is going to play first, and I think you're doing what, like a 12-man Royal Rumble or something?
One of my favorite matches is going to do a 12-man Rumble. All right, I'm going to give a countdown, start the game. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So I quickly saw that. Did you just pick 3 deceased wrestlers?
Listen, I just picked some wrestlers that, are legends of the game, have a lot of history. It's all coincidence.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the ratio, in this game, you just hit random and you're probably going to end up on a dead wrestler. Which is insane. I mean, if you think about, like, the 2000 NFL roster or NBA roster, like, how many of those guys are dead?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
When you look at this, it's like, it's really, really sad.
So we're doing the 12-man Rumble. Travis is obviously Bradshaw. He likes that clothesline from hell. It's really the only reason why he usually wins when he plays with us, because I feel like he, always picks Bradshaw. But
it's not even that. It's like a hammer punch.
Yeah, it's the hammer punch. So like this one right here, hold A and B, it's just absolutely massive.
I hate that.
It's massive. So Bill complains about 2 things when I play this game. One, I can't show in the Rumble because I'll grab the player like this and then just throw them out of the ring and start taunting, which Bill says is a little cheap. And then he also calls the hammer punch here cheap. So I don't know. As somebody who all I hear is how Bill cheats a lot, and he's complaining.
That's usually
that's the thing. Like Eric always says, I cheat jokingly, but like there's 3 things I complain about in video games, especially from the 64 era. Travis named 2. The other one is when people use the laptop gun in Perfect Dark, and it takes no skill. All you do is just deploy your gun and it shoots you. That's no fun.
Okay, that's special. The great thing about it though is that like it's funny because Travis and I. So we didn't mention this yet, but for those that consistently watch and subscribe to our channel, Bill and Travis are cousins, and so what's some of your fond memories of playing this game, Travis, being the younger cousin? Bill would kick your ass in the beginning, or?
So it was still, they were fond memories, but I definitely would lose most of the time. The good news is I don't think Bill would ever really let me win. He would just, dominate. So that gave me a lot of drive to get better as the years progressed. So I definitely played a lot of No Mercy, both with Bill, getting my butt kicked, and then eventually evening the odds, and matches go either way.
Yeah, tough love, I got the same thing with my brother. We're about the same age apart as me and my brother are, and he would always destroy me in every game. Mm-hmm. Makes you want to get better and beat everyone up in a game like this, and in real life.
Yeah. So talking about, again, we all are wrestling fans. I guess more old school and their Attitude Era and all that good stuff. And we still, obviously, once COVID's all done, we'll get back together again and we'll watch the big pay-per-views like the Rumble and WrestleMania and SummerSlam together. But let's just talk about this. So Travis, if you had to choose one of your favorite wrestlers, who would you choose of all time?
Has to be Steven Richards. No, just kidding. I'd say Stone Cold is definitely my favorite. I mean, it would be Stone Cold and The Rock, and like that sounds so. Oh yeah, that's everybody's favorite wrestler of that era. But I can't help it.
No, I know, and I can again, I think most people know this. I've said this 1,000 times, but Stone Cold is my favorite wrestler as well. So I'm right there with you, and it's like a fan favorite. But I always have a number 2. So my favorite number 1 of all time is Stone Cold, and number 2 for me is Bret Hart. So I feel like it's pretty much like a close, first and second, but I'd say Stone Cold just because the Attitude Era, 98, 99, like when it was so hot, was super exciting time. And then I can tell you Bill's favorite wrestler, but I'll let Bill tell everybody.
Well, before I say, like, those picks are kind of like when somebody says, like, Iron Man is my favorite Black Sabbath song. It's like, at first, like, that's what gets you into Black Sabbath, and then after you get into them, you're like, wow, they have all these other great songs. I don't want to hear Iron Man again. But then after a while, you come to realize Iron Man is a great song. I've heard it 10,000 times.
Right.
So, I mean, there is a reason why that's the song that gets you into Black Sabbath. But, I guess my pick is kind of lame too then, because I've always been a huge Undertaker fan, going back to when he first debuted. At least in
I thought you were going to go
WWE.
with Mr. Cocaine as your favorite.
You have to be a little more specific.
Like Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Warrior was my favorite until the Undertaker debuted. So yeah, I mean, I had like the Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy. I was huge into him until. Well, I still was a fan, but when Taker came around, then he just surpassed him. I always loved the gimmick of always sitting up in the zombie setup with the gray gloves and the urn and all that
Charles,
stuff.
that's your boy.
Richards is it? Oh
Richards
my God! You got
always comes in.
Travis, you have to tell the story about Richards there.
Yes.
Which Richards
Which
story?
one?
Like the origin story of our whole thing with Richards.
Yeah, so you have to fill in the first part. What was it that the Big Show was supposed to be in this game, and then they put him in instead? Was that what it was?
Yeah, so he was supposed to be in the game, and then like he got sent to OVW, I think, or one of those like minor league ones that was affiliated with WWE. So they took him out of the game probably as punishment or something, put Richards in his place.
Yeah, so they put like Richards in this game, and like he just gets interjected into the main storyline when he was, a good wrestler, but he wasn't. He's in there with like Triple H and all these A-list characters. So like whenever we'd have the Rumble, it always would seem like Richards would come in like right near the end, like last 5, last 10, like always the later half. So we just we started like having to protect Richards. Like, if Richards comes in, we got to keep him in till the end.
There's one night we discovered all that stuff too. Where like I think it was like a night or two before I had moved to California for a year, and we're just playing No Mercy for like the last time hanging out, and we're doing the storyline stuff, and like just we didn't realize Richards was like replacement in there, and like we get to like now it's gonna be a triple threat match: Austin, Rock, and Richards. It's like like every time like came down like some big storyline thing in the story mode, it was like Richards would be in it. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like ever since then.
So confusing.
In fact, Eric, you got me that awesome Steven Richards figure
I did for you.
my birthday or Christmas.
Yeah, it might have been Christmas actually, but yeah, that's a good story. And yeah, I mean, I think all around. So did you tell your favorite wrestler yet, or no? You did, yeah, you did.
I did. I guess you weren't paying attention.
Nah, I was watching Travis. Oh, here comes Linda McMahon. Better watch out now. But Travis is doing pretty good. We got 5 left, and he's on the ground. It looks like he's getting busy.
Just dominating Mark Henry.
Oh, as he reverses on you.
This is what I do.
This is back when he was sexual chocolate.
And Mae Young was his girlfriend.
So many strange storylines back then. The octopus baby with Mae Young.
The hand. No, but that's the thing. It's like now, Bill and I talk about all the time. It's just even like this past like Monday Night Raw. I occasionally will watch it, but it's just been so bad. It's WrestleMania season, and they have like literally no ideas. The storylines right now are just trash. They're trying to force nostalgia in a couple areas. They always bring Shane McMahon around for WrestleMania, and I love seeing Shane McMahon because he's picking a fight with Braun Strowman, and like the storyline is just like complete garbage.
Yeah, I haven't watched a full episode of Raw since 2007, But right before we did this, I heard about the clip where they put train sound effects in for Braun Strowman as he's running around the ring. So I had to watch it. It's like, you're kidding me, right?
No. I remember a few years ago, Bill and I were having, like, this has probably got to be like at least 10 years now, but it was like right around the time, might have been longer than that, when they really outlawed chair shots to the head. And now, I don't condone chair shots to the head. I believe in CTE and all the research, so I definitely think that I'm happy to stop that, for sure. But for a time there, even with the chair shots, they really just they stopped chair shots in general. So there wasn't a lot of body shots. There wasn't a lot of, like, to the legs, things like that. So one time Bill and I were watching it, and I forget where it was, or like might have been Monday Night Raw or something. They literally were hitting people with water bottles. I'm not even lying. Like, legit.
Yeah, that was like the first time I'd watched in like years, and like, what is this?
I think it was right around the time when like Undertaker like came back to fight Triple H in one of those like random Hell in a Cell matches that actually were really good, but it's just so crazy. It's just like how the tables have turned. And yes, if you go back to Peacock or the WWE Network and you watch some of these old matches, and like the chair shots are pretty brutal in some cases. I think it's the Rumble match with Mick Foley.
I just watched that recently against The Rock.
It's a really scary to watch that match.
You always hear about that one, but I as you know, I've been watching, or I was up until WWE Network just got taken down. At least my subscription did. Where I was watching Raw every episode from '93, and I finished off at '99. Like every week, Mick Foley was taking these brutal chair shots.
Yep. Dude.
Like every single week, this is like a random episode of like Monday Night Heat or Sunday Night Heat. He's taking like this brutal chair shot. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He's got to have some pretty crazy CTE going on in that one,
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, I love how I always talk about like, oh, we didn't know back then. Really, you didn't know getting hit in the head with a chair repeatedly? There goes Linda. It's bad for your brain.
You're going to have to eliminate Richards, man. How do you feel about that?
I know. I'm a little upset. Normally I'm protecting Richards, but now I have to save him. My game is
personal glory here.
Now. I'm flashing. It's a good thing it's near the end.
Oh yeah.
That's because you're using Project 64.
Yeah, I'm not using the SCART cable.
Hey, you got a problem with SCART cables?
No. I always found it weird in this game with how the people outside the ring, not only can they fight, but they can pull you out of the ring under the top rope, and you'll get eliminated. Like, it always, like, imagine doing, like, how many people can you do? A 40-person rumble?
Oh, there he goes.
Whoa, easy.
1031.
Eliminated. Wow.
That's Halloween.
Look at that. Right after my birthday.
Well done.
Awesome. Nice job. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over to Bill, and Bill's going to do the same thing, rumble for 12 entrants, and we'll pick some funny folks, I'm sure, to put in the rumble. So we'll be right back with you guys in a few seconds. All right, so we're back. It's Bill's turn. So Bill, who did you select?
So I'm doing the old school one here. I got Ravishing Rick Rude, his friend Mr. Perfect, the perfect friend. 1, 2, 3 Kid, and Crush.
Awesome. And
Crush from like early '90s, not Demolition Crush.
Not Kona Crush.
That is Kona Crush actually, but not the one that like joined up with like Yokozuna later on. All right, should I get into this?
Let's do it. So you count us down.
Oh, I'm just hitting the start right now. So 10:31 is the time to beat, right?
10:31 is the time to beat.
Okay, I gotta see what. Hopefully, Rick Rude's punches are good. I don't have the hammer punch, and I'm already getting double teamed, so this is not good.
All right, so let's see. So in the ring, how many deceased folks we have? We have 2.
3.
3. Yeah.
So we're both start. At least this is like 10 years prior, but even still. Yeah. So Rick Rude does not have a very good elimination punch. What was? That's one of his punches. Oh my god.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I just wanted to be Rick Rude, and I'm regretting it.
Yeah, see, I can tell you guys are just...
Yeah, I feel like Bill's go-to is normally like either Kane or Taker for a rumble.
I want to be somebody different. Oh, here comes the narcissist.
Oh yeah, Lex Luger. Dude, people shooting him so much. Like, I mean, obviously, like, he's responsible for. Well, people blame him for like Miss Elizabeth's death, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did some bad stuff.
He was a bad man.
I could tell you guys are older than me because, a lot of these wrestlers I don't remember ever watching on TV.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's
say
not
most
even
of
like
these
you're that
before
much
your time.
older than me.
No, we're not.
Things change quick. I'm doing so bad right now. Oh my god. Yeah, things changed a lot. I mean, 1, 2, 3 Kid when you were watching was X-Pac. Rick Rude was
X-Pac.
dead. Crush was in WCW for like a year or two when you were watching, and Luger was around for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's funny that you mentioned that, Travis. But you're right, because I feel like a lot of the guys, even like I have all the Hasbro wrestlers in the downstairs here, and you're always like, you're looking out like, I don't even know who that guy is.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know.
It's
who
like,
half
oh,
of
that
them are.
used to be Rikishi's character.
Right. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of, if I took the time to go through each person, you can, there's a lot of folks that have been repurposed and became new characters.
And I forget I always get this stuff mixed up because I know them as one thing, but before it was the Good Father, he was the Godfather, and then before he was the Godfather, was he Papa Shango or Papa Shango?
Papa Shango, yep.
Yeah, but in between he was Kama Mustafa, the supreme fighting machine, and then he was just Kama in the Nation.
Right.
And then he transitioned into the Godfather when he's in the Nation.
And
It's
like,
amazing how they just twist their characters like that, and like, oh, here's a brand new character, same person.
and I think Papa Shango, like, they never thought like he would catch on, and like he actually did, and that was pretty cool. Bill and I actually met him.
That's right too. I forgot about that.
I don't have an autograph, but I have a picture with him, with Bill.
Well, the three of us went to we saw Mick Foley, right, at the comedy where he's telling stories.
I didn't go.
Yeah, that
I
was
think-
really good.
I think
You
you and
didn't go to
Tim.
that?
I think you, Bill, and Tim went maybe.
Maybe.
Or Mike. It wasn't me.
I can't remember who went,
I
but-
couldn't go.
Must have
Though
been-
I wasn't
must have been
around.
Mike or Nick.
Yeah, I wasn't around at the time.
Yeah, that was really entertaining.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Well, I got Yokozuna over surprisingly quick, considering he's like 600 pounds. So,
Did you know that he's
Rick
not really
Rude's
from
pretty strong.
Japan?
what? They lied to me as a kid.
Oh man. No, but anyway,
I
so
wonder-
you go ahead, Travis.
I was gonna say I want to know what you have to eat.
Oh,
Day
Papa Shango.
to keep 600. Papa Shango. Wow, look at that. What do you have to eat to keep 600 pounds consistent? Like, especially if you like, he's
Well-
active, he's wrestling, he's doing something.
So I listen. So does Bill. But I listen to like a lot of the podcasts now. A lot of the, JR has a podcast. Bruce Pritchard has a podcast. A lot of people that were involved in wrestling, in the heyday, like the Attitude Era and really early '90s. And Jim Ross actually said that he would eat turkey tails. He would dip the tails, Yokozuna, dip the turkey tails in mayonnaise
I'm gonna vomit.
and eat those
God.
like it was going out of style. Like he said, he
Oh.
deep fried turkey tails dipped in mayonnaise.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
It got to the point where they actually they really tried helping him out to lose weight, and he did lose weight for a while, but then just kind of didn't take. And the same thing happened with Paul Bear, Moody's character, where they actually paid for his gastric bypass surgery, and he lived for a good amount of time. And then he passed away just because I think he had a heart attack because he just was so obese for so many years.
Yeah, it's a shame. So many guys go like that, and not always because of like drugs,
Yeah.
No.
So how are we doing? So what do you got for time? You're at
3:47. I gotta get Crush out of here. I already gave him a rude awakening.
there he goes.
There we go.
There he goes.
Oh, Crush and a Rumble. So Crush was always my favorite character to use in Bill. What was that? Sega. Was
Royal
it?
Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble for Genesis. Crush I was always Crush. He had such a good way to eliminate them, eliminate the opponents. So it was like so quick. You had to really mash, but that's what it usually was.
And yeah, and he had the Cranium Crush or whatever it's called. That's his finisher.
Premium Crush.
I'm trying to think. I'm already thinking ahead of who I want to be when it's my turn.
Yeah, I guess somebody has a good elimination.
I think I'm going to probably
I made a
go-
huge mistake.
I think I'm probably going to go with either... Taker's got a pretty good one, right? Or Kane in this game?
Yeah, they both have good eliminations. They both have like the big boot.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Kane.
The worst
One.
is when you get somebody who does like one of the they spin in a circle, do a 360, and then do like a drop kick. Just awful.
Oh man, I think Bulldog has one of the worst ones where he has like that 360 move. So I did like the old version on here, like all the old characters, but I didn't replace like everybody. And like the past 3 people that have come out are definitely not like old school WWF people.
Was that Lita that came out? You're telling me Lita's not an old school?
Yeah, Lita and Edge, for some reason. The Fink when he had hair.
And
I guess so.
Bill, you
If he
created all these
eliminates
guys,
me.
right? You made all these guys?
Yeah, which is why I love the EverDrive because you can save him forever without worrying about everything being erased off your cartridge.
Yeah, that is
just
pretty
happened to
cool.
me in the past. All right,
so
come
what else?
on.
I'm trying to think. What else?
Rude Awakening.
Okay, so what else could we say about No Mercy? So, what else would you say, Travis, besides the Royal Rumble? What's one of your favorite things to do in No Mercy?
I mean, I can't. I don't know why this. Why I did this that much, but it was always super fun to do the special referee glitch from the announcer table, and I think Stone Cold had a good taunt for that. So you'd go on the announcer table as the special guest referee in in a match, and then just press the taunt and what was it, Bill? Both the taunt and like left C or something.
Yeah, I can't remember how to do that now, but the first time I
you'd,
saw that, it was like,
taunt
what?
and left C. The character would like start shaking, like you'd go to taunt, and then it would cancel it, and he would try and taunt again. It would like cancel it, and he'd slowly shake and slowly like go off the table and just kind of be floating like Chris Angel style. And then once you were off the table, you could finish the taunt, and then just you'd run right through the ring. You'd run over the audience. If you kept running up towards the ramp, you'd just start like going up and up and up. The ring would get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you could still see the people wrestling there. They were still moving, but they were like ants. And then eventually the game would just freeze.
Right.
And I don't know how many times I did that.
I feel like you like when things glitch out. You like
It's just
when
so
things glitch.
entertaining.
Like, yeah. What
It's
about
fun
you,
to
Bill?
break games.
What's your favorite memory about this game besides the Rumble?
Besides eliminating Andre and beating Travis by 4 minutes, or he's about to eliminate me now.
See,
Oh wow!
Eric, have you been watching him? Has he been cheating?
So honestly, I've been watching him.
Actually, I'm about to get eliminated.
No, I think you're gonna get out of this.
Oh, okay. If he punched me, I would have been out.
But there's no way that I'm gonna come even close to this. So
He blocked my low blow. What?
did he? Oh yeah, you're done, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Now, fondest memories of this game, probably just playing with you guys, you know. There's one night, it was the three of us and our friend Nick, and I think, I can't remember what happened. I don't know if it was one of the times we all played as referees or
Oh, I remember this. I think, wasn't it like we were all Hebner and I was, no, that's what it was. Nick thought it was so funny. I was actually Hebner for the referee. He was like, "Why? Like, if you're the special referee, why are you going to be Hebner?" I'm like, "I don't know, because he's the real referee."
Yeah, didn't we pick, everybody had like a referee shirt on, but then you actually picked Hebner? Like,
yes, that's what it was.
Was that the same
I'm
night we
getting
got yelled
destroyed
at by the
here.
neighbor, or was that a different night?
That was a different night. That was
That was
also a really fun night playing this.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, my old neighbor at my old condo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were playing a Rumble, and he kept getting like Jacqueline and then Tori and like all these different people, and we were all like, you know, the Undertaker and Kane and all these people.
Oh man.
I cannot get him out.
He's not gonna go, dude. Like,
Oh, here we go.
Oh man. No.
Yes, 738.
Oh man. Well,
The ravishing one does it.
I'm not gonna even come close to that, but I will give it a shot, and we'll pick up our conversation in a second. Okay, so we're back for some more Play Retro, and it's my turn, and Bill just crushed Travis, who just said, I wasn't trying to, beat quickly. I was trying to go, make the episode last longer.
I'm just trying to help you out, Eric.
Sure, you cheater.
I got excuses.
So it's my turn, and I went with Kane. We got Kane, Undertaker, Mankind, and The Rock. That's like a pretty awesome starting lineup, right?
I would say so. I think they did some stuff in their career.
All right, so I don't think I'm going to come anywhere close to beating you, Bill, but let's go 3, 2, 1, start.
Start over the intros also.
Yeah. Duh, dude.
All
I'm
right,
not
fine.
no rookie, all right?
Well,
Why are the intros still going then?
Well,
You could press-
because there's 4 of them.
You can
You
press
can hit
start
start.
instead of A.
I did that. It didn't work.
Sure.
Amateur.
You're an amateur. Wow, I feel like it's been so long since I played this. I mean, not that long, but I don't know.
Got to get back into it.
Yep.
So I
So
have
really-
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you about your collection here.
Oh yeah, so I have a gripe that it took me so long to get into game collecting. I mean, like I've played video games since I can remember, but I had my first console was a Sega Genesis that my grandfather gave me with the box. I don't know where that box is now. I'm kicking myself for it, but it was. I think it was
no.
Are you getting eliminated already? What's going
No,
on?
stop it.
So it was I think the Altered Beast edition, right? Didn't it come? Wasn't there one that came with Altered Beast? As the
Oh
first
wow,
game?
that's that was before like Sonic even.
Yeah, so it was the Altered Beast Sega Genesis, and he gave me that, and it was a great console. I love Sega, so now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, I I have a Sega, but you Bill and you Eric, you guys have a lot of old consoles and some old games, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta catch up. I'm kind of into that now.
Yep.
So I go to look to collect, and I'm like, which was like this past year. I'm like, what are these prices? Like, this is insane.
You got
I didn't
in.
know
You
people
got in
want
at the
this
exact
stuff.
wrong time. Like because of the
know.
pandemic, the prices have skyrocketed for every retro system.
Oh, it's so painful.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So my goals right now are I want to collect every N64 game and every Sega Genesis game and kind of go from there. And N64 games, I want them with a box. I don't want just the games, of course.
Yep.
I want the box as well. And it's like $40 or more each for N64. Genesis is a little cheaper, but still like $20, $30. Some of the more rare ones,
no.
$100.
No.
I can't believe how much they're going for right now.
It's insane.
It's very upsetting. Like I've said it before on this channel, how like with the consoles, I never got rid of my consoles. Like everyone I knew would always be like, I'm gonna trade in my SNES to get a PlayStation, and they gave me $20 for it. It's like I always kept all my consoles, so I was very fortunate in that where I didn't have to rebuy these. But even just like I wanted to buy some cases without the games just to put on display. Like holy crap, these are like $30-$40 just for a case, and now you're into it like a year after that, looking for the games on top of it. It's like, oh my god,
Dude, it's crazy. What I'll tell you too. So Travis we're really going for a bunch of Sega games as well, and it's funny because Bill and I were joking about it. We're like really bad for each other, like when it comes to like egging each other on. Like we like to spend each other's money. So it's like we'll find like a really rare game. It's like a couple $100. Oh, just get it, Travis. Just get it, Travis. It's no big deal, And that's what's so fun about I think collecting. And Travis definitely has the itch now, for sure. He likes to make fun of like the SCART cables and things, but he's starting to see that like the quality and like the best way to get the video out of what you're I and whatnot. It's very important with retro systems.
Yeah, I like to give Bill just a little of a hard time because he nerds out and all that stuff. And I pretend I can't tell the difference in the video quality and, call the SCART cable the shark cable. But it's all in good fun.
Yes, we know it is too. And it's definitely, we're excited that you're, collecting as much as you are now. And I'm not going to come close to beating.
I'm super excited for you. Like I'm more into like getting the systems and having like the EverDrives and stuff like that to play it off of.
Me too, right?
So I'm like living through you with like actually having the games.
Too slow.
Yeah, so my most recent purchase was the 32X with the box. So that was, I'm glad to add another. I mean, what do you call it? It's not a console in of itself. Half a console to the collection.
It's an add-on, I guess
Yeah.
you call it.
Yeah, so I think
That
I
thing
have
was
around 30 or
great
so
when it came
Genesis games at this point. So 30 or so Genesis
Wow.
games. How many are there total? Like 300, 400, 500? I can't even remember.
I forgot. The size
I hate
of
to
the
burst your
library.
bubble, but I think it's
More than that.
more than that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think
Are you gonna get-
the North American library is big enough, but like, dude, when you think about everything else.
Yeah, are you
Oh.
going for just North American library, or are you looking to get like PAL exclusives, ones that were only released in like Brazil and stuff like that?
I think so. My thoughts are that
Lucky.
I'll start with just North American releases for Genesis and N64. Bulk up on some consoles, get some other games for other systems. Because like I never had a Dreamcast. I never had a Saturn. I'd like to get those, and I'll have to get a couple games. So
Yep.
I'll fill things in as
Well, I
I
think-
go. I'm certainly not going to find everything.
I think what you can do too is kind of what Bill and I have done is we're like, for example, like we've got the Dreamcast, we modded it with the GDEMU, like that type of stuff, so you could play, all of your ROMs that you own, and you can really, get like again, we got you an EverDrive for Christmas for the 64, so you can really get a lot of the retro systems and not necessarily have to collect all the games, but you could still kind of mod the systems or other means to play all the old games and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think for consoles that I don't like, I'll target Genesis and N64 to have all the games for. I'll still probably get the EverDrive, and then because I mean it's just more practical, right?
Right.
And then I also want to get other consoles, but you know, they'll be later on the list for getting games. So just maybe I'll have a few examples of just like a SNES. I never had it growing up. I want one, but I don't have that draw because I didn't have as a kid to maybe collect all of those games right now.
Right.
So then I'd get that and the EverDrive equivalent while I'm trying to get Sega games, N64 games, things like that.
That's a good idea.
That's a good
Now,
point.
I'll give you a little way out of this too for the Genesis, so you don't have to spend that much money. It was only the Genesis in North America. It was the Mega Drive outside of North America, so you can really get just that library and say you own every Genesis game without having to get every Mega Drive game. So there's your way out of it if you don't want to spend the money on the Japanese and European libraries.
That was a bad move. Oh no.
I'll take the out.
Come on, Kane.
So I might be going for second place here, but I'm still trying.
Actually, funny story about the Genesis collecting was there's a couple retro stores within 20-25 minutes of where I live, and I went to one of them and I picked up a few Genesis games, and I ended up with an extra NBA Jam that I had bought on eBay.
Yep.
I
have it now.
I had replaced one, so I gave that to Eric. And then I was showing him how, I got this Terminator. I bought this Terminator game that really sucks, but I needed to add it to the collection from this retro game store. And Eric was like, yeah, I sold it to them. So I basically bought Eric's Terminator
That's
game.
right.
At an inflated price.
Yep.
At an inflated price.
It's funny, I got that
for a discount.
I got that for $1 from a flea market, and I already had one, so I didn't think I'm gonna need both. And I think I gave you some more games too, right? I think I gave you some other ones to add to your collection.
Yeah, you gave me some good ones. I think you had was X-Men in there?
Yes, I think that's right. I did give you X-Men and
Nice.
some other random ones.
Yeah, so you bought that game for $1. They probably gave you $3, and then I bought it from them for like 12.
Yeah, that I didn't think I didn't get too much for it, but
Which Terminator game was it?
was it just like the arcade, or no? I don't think it was. I forget which one it is, but
Because there's Terminator, there's
It was
like
T2.
Terminator versus
It was
Robo.
T2.
Okay.
yeah, it was T2.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's not good, but it looks like I'm gonna
Actually-
be playing for second place here.
Yeah, Terminator on the Sega CD is an awesome game. If you guys ever get a chance to check that out.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill,
Come
you
on,
still have to
Kane.
get a working Sega CD again, right?
Well, I don't really need it because with the EverDrive, you can do the Sega CD right in there. So you can do with
That's true.
that's the cool thing with the new EverDrive, and actually there's a thing that was out before that that also did the Sega CD. But you can play 32X Master System, Sega CD,
No.
and pretty much everything in there. I think you do SG-1000 if I'm not mistaken too on that. So it's pretty awesome what you can do. Like, I have one just for show that's not working, but you can do everything right through the Genesis console.
Yep.
So
So
I recommend getting that more expensive one if you're
looks
looking
like
to get the
you get
EverDrive.
first place, Bill, but I'm still trying for second, right?
Who just came in there? Crash?
Yeah, Crash. He's also deceased.
I say you don't have as many dead guys in your Rumble here.
I know.
Who have you had in? You've had Crash and China.
Yep. Passed away. Was that it?
Who else is in there?
Trying to think. God, Triple H is
Taker
becoming
in
a
your
real
corner.
big pain to get. I'm trying to get rid of him for like 10 minutes. I should have like focused on The Rock or something because he's kicking my booty.
I think they programmed them to be unstoppable.
It's that rubber band AI.
I think they did that in some of the SmackDown games too. Like Triple H's rating is like 95 in every game. Like, he's not that good. Come on,
Oh man, I'm gonna get. I thought he was gonna get me right there.
get him. So what was your time, Travis? 10:31.
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
crappy.
Oh well, don't say crappy because I'm probably not gonna beat you now. Triple H is my kryptonite right now, I guess.
Just low blow him. Well, actually, you can't do that with Kane, can you?
Nope. Oh no,
Man.
No.
All right, so if you guys can think of it,
Yeah.
name me your favorite year in wrestling.
I don't know my favorite year, but I'll tell you my least favorite year. Well, actually, I don't even know the year of that either. It would have been when I was in either elementary school or middle school, and I was never allowed to stay up for Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started at 8 or 9. Like, my bedtime was basically 9, so I'd always have to record it on VHS. And
Yep.
my friends Scott and Sean used to come over. Like my mom would babysit them in the morning before school. So you'd have Monday Night Raw, and then Tuesday morning they'd come over before school. I haven't had the opportunity to watch Raw yet, and they'd just start talking about it. So basically, I'd get Raw spoiled before I could even watch it because I wasn't allowed to stay up that late, and they were.
No.
So that was my least favorite time with wrestling because it just got spoiled for me before I got to enjoy it.
That's the worst. That was like one of the things. Like my mom would also record.
Yeah,
Raw
mine
for
too.
me.
Yeah.
Mostly during the Attitude Era, so we could like censor it out.
Yeah.
Missed out on a lot of it. She was basically Peacock before Peacock, censoring out.
I just realized, are the HUDs not on my, like, aren't they supposed to be there for my specials and stuff?
Oh, if you press start,
Yeah,
you can turn them on.
No, they're off. That's weird. Sorry, Bill.
Oh no. So I had to like watch it in the morning because if you got to school the next day, everybody would spoil it for you before then. So we really had to make sure to get that in the morning, otherwise you were screwed.
Yep. No, I'm
All
in
right,
the same
Eric, I
boat.
think we answered the opposite of your question.
Well, I would say that my favorite. Oh man, my favorite year is probably '98 because I just remember from that year, like the Raws of that year were just amazing. Like every single week, I feel like it was just like amazing and a really good year for Stone Cold. So that's a '98 for me.
Nice pick. Yeah, it was like must-see TV in '98.
Just so
every
good, man.
every week it was just like everybody had a storyline that you cared about. Like you cared about like the oddities and like X-Pac.
Yep.
So what's gonna happen next week?
So it looks like Travis. Looks like I'm gonna finish in third.
Yeah.
10:32,
All
all right.
second.
Yeah.
Have
You have to at
guys
least get
talked
Triple H out.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked about Bill's absurd trivia knowledge of wrestling from like 90 to 2000?
We've talked about it, but I don't think I've ever really like made him prove it. But I know that I can come up with some stuff like crazy, and I'm sure he could. Like for example, like I don't know, he's not. I feel like this is a golden. Well, you probably know this answer though. How long did Bob Backlund hold the title for?
Oh boy,
See, something like
that's
that.
definitely before my time.
Yeah.
That was my parents' favorite actually. Let's see, he won it I believe in '77, and lost it in I think late '83 to the Iron Sheik.
Okay, so I mean, dude, I don't know I had no idea. So that sounds better than I could have said.
Maybe someone in the comments can fact check him.
Yeah. Oh, come
I
on.
could be wrong. There is like a disputed thing where like he lost it to somebody in Japan, but it's not really recognized by WWE.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a gray area.
I
for
met
that
him a
one.
few years ago actually at a video game convention. Got his autograph and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He actually lives in Connecticut.
Yeah, Glastonbury, Connecticut.
Yep. Come on.
I think he ran for office there.
I think he did too. Yeah. I don't think he won though, right? I don't think he ever.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. What didn't he have an oil business?
I think he still
Wasn't it
does
Bob Backlund?
actually.
Does he?
Yeah, he was my one of my coworkers' oil guys. He would come and deliver him oil.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't think I knew that.
That's pretty awesome. I forgot
Feel
about that.
bad.
Now that I have a house, I should get it through him.
Yeah, you should. I feel bad for Bill because whenever you bring up like if you play the actual like a trivia game that's for wrestling,
Yes.
you'll answer like every question like nothing. But then when you tell somebody, oh, Bill's got great trivia, they're like, oh yeah, well, what was John Cena's favorite? What was his dog's name in high school?
What was his
or
high school
something?
coach?
Yeah, I remember that. The guy asking me like those questions. It's like, I don't know modern wrestling first of all, and like, I don't know anything like before they came.
Right.
It's like, oh, when he was 18, his coach was named this, but his coach's
What
dog
was his high
was
school
named
girlfriend's
this.
name?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know.
Man, I'm doing terrible. At least I haven't got eliminated though. I guess that's good.
You got to get Triple H out. You can't stop until you get him out, or he gets you out.
All right. Come on, oh, there goes Triple H.
Oh, you didn't get him though. Crash got him. So now you have to get Crash out.
No, I don't think Crash eliminated. Isn't it? Who's that? Trish Stratus? I think she got him.
I wasn't looking at your screen. I just saw him in
Is that Trish Stratus?
the corner of my eye.
I'm sure Tori. I
Oh,
can't
is that
tell.
Tori? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell. I'm on a small screen here.
Stop it.
He's coming out.
Oh, Vinnie Mac.
Oh, the chairman.
No chance in hell.
Who is
Oh,
a better
boy.
heel than Vince McMahon?
He's
No one.
He's the greatest heel of all time. I would definitely. I think so.
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was just so good. Especially, it's really interesting watching him from like late '97 when he's starting to like transform into that character. It's very fascinating.
Dude, he's unbelievable.
It would just work so well because he literally owns the company, so he's not just like a fake boss. He is everyone's boss, so he's got that like, you know, jerk boss, hard sort of, you know. Oop, gotta
Mr.
get a Yoshi sound
Yeah. Are you Briscoe?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was pretty much the same person in real life. I think he's pretty much like a sociopath in real life. So.
Yeah. I'm excited for the upcoming, WrestleMania, obviously, plus the Hall of Fame. And they're doing the 2020 introductions as well as 2021 Hall of Fame. So, and actually,
That's
Kane's
cool.
going in 2021.
Yeah, that's overdue for him to go in there.
Yeah, but I feel like they're, he's still been wrestling, and I think that they've been kind of like, you know what I mean, like holding it for certain. Like Undertaker's not in there yet. Obviously, he'll probably go in a couple years, like Triple H and those kinds of guys, So.
See, like, look at that, pulling Vince while he's
time.
in the ring. That's cheap.
Yeah. Like even The Rock isn't in there yet, right?
I
don't think
is
he
he
is.
not?
I don't think he is because he was really wrestling a couple years ago too. So I'm pretty sure he's not in there.
I don't know now.
I'm about
pay him a few
99%
million
sure
to
he's
show
not.
up.
Actually, all three of these guys in the ring right now were in the corporation.
Shamrock was an underrated wrestler. I loved his run.
He was great. If he was like in any other era, he would have been champion.
Yes, he had a lot of issues though with like showing up on time and like there's a lot of things like that.
Yeah, a lot of personal things like that.
Oh
See?
my
How
God.
lame is that? How lame is that?
I didn't even see that coming.
Like,
All right, you should pull someone out.
yeah, pull somebody out. Like, what were they thinking when they made this game? Like, the Royal Rumble is over the top rope, and I'm assuming when this game was made, it was also over the top rope was the rules.
Dude, that was such a bunch of crap.
Who are you gonna help out though?
Well, I think it's that she's beating me up on the outside of the ring right now. So,
I can't even see.
but I would, honestly, this has been a lot of fun. I think that we'll have to do this again soon. And what do you think a game that we would do next time? Maybe like Super Smash Bros. In the 64, or a completely different system? What do you think, Travis?
I mean, Smash Bros. I think. Well, actually, that'd be hard to do. We'd have to. Oh, once we'll be able to get together eventually, and we could do it there, and that would probably be easier. But that would just be too easy for me. I mean, come on. Me with the ego.
that wouldn't even be
Smash would
fair.
Too easy. Wouldn't even be fair.
But
Yeah, I mean, you can take out both of us plus like a CPU on like level 9.
yeah, right. But no, we definitely I appreciate you guys being here. This is our second ever Play Retro episode, so thank you guys for both being here. And
Thank you.
Please, in the comments below, let us know what you like and something you want to see next time. If you want to have Travis back, let it be known. We definitely will definitely have him back. But
If
let's
you hate
see.
me, just make that comment too, so Eric can make sure to never have me back. That's fine.
You can hate watch.
Well, this is
Yeah, you hate watch.
This was good. This was like a lot of retro video game history, wrestling, nostalgia, and discussion. So this worked out really well. So thank you guys for being here, and we'll catch you again next time for Play Retro. So this has been Eric for Game Mode Retro, Bill for Retro Comparisons, and Travis for Travis. Take it easy.
Thank you.
See ya.